heard this radio station, we're doing a freestyle contest, battle 3 to 4 people. And I immediately called in, and I don't know why. Ding, rap. And I was like, okay. And I spit some sort of line just off the top of my head. And he goes, okay, you're coming on. What's your name? And I was like, I didn't think of this. And I was like, Ha Karl, which is just the first thing that came to mind, which is a slang term for on someone's chest. I ended up winning 64 days in a row on this show. And not only did I like rack up all these wins, but I started to sort of catch the attention of different record labels. So I get a call. Jimmy Iovine would like for you to attend his house for a movie. Pulling up to Jimmy Iovine's house and immediately recognizing that he has security booths and dogs and what I assume are trained assassins taking your name at the door. Name, Hot Karl. Excuse me? And I was like, Hot Karl? You gotta have a different name, son. Jensen Karp? Could it be Jensen Karp? And they go, yeah, Jensen Karp's on there. And then they just like let me through. And I was like, well, that was an unnecessary embarrassment. So I pull in, I ring the doorbell, and it's opened immediately by a guy in a tuxedo. So they walk me into the living room. There's photos of like him and Nelson Mandela, and then pictures of him and Bono, and then pictures of him with like Nelson Mandela and Bono. It was just like the most famous group of photos I'd ever seen. And then on the end, I remember seeing one of just like him and Gerardo from Rico Suave, and I was like, was this a Make-A-Wish? Like, I didn't know why he was sort of amongst those photos. And then he eventually does join me. And so we all get into the theater, and as you're walking in, there's a concession stand. There's popcorn and candy and Snapples. So I took a Snapple out, and as I took it out, a hand sort of mysteriously replaced it with another Snapple. You know, you could have Ferraris and security booths, but I'm most impressed that you have someone who's just hired to replace Snapples. We watch The Yards, and he leaves 30 minutes in. So I get out of the theater, and we sit down, and he's like, I've heard you on the radio, and I think you're amazing, and I just think really Interscope is the home for you. More tuxedoed men walk in, and they place salmon dinners just in front of us. He had heard that other labels were ready to sign me, and one of them was a guy named Jeff Quantnitz. And he's like, and I know other labels have been talking to you. And right as he says that, the door opens with one of those tuxedoed men, and he's escorting in a man, and that man is Jeff Quantnitz. It was like so insane to me that someone thinks that far ahead with that many steps. Do you know Jeff? And I was like, this is it. Yeah, I know Jeff. I know what you're doing here. Well, I got to go talk to Jeff, but like, I'm going to offer you $1 million. And I just stare into space, and I'm like, I just was offered $1 million, and also that salmon was really good. And that was how I became a signed artist. The next day I signed.